Hey guys, welcome to my den. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Chingu, which literally means friend in Korean. It's not my real name, but it's one of my so-called nicknames. Think of me as your friend who's helping you stay up to date with K-dramas as well as Korean movies. I love making commentaries, reviews, and explanation videos about dramas, movies, characters, and etc. Grab your snacks because today's tea is about to be hot, hot, hot. High Class is a new Korean drama that stars Cho Yeo-Jeong, Ji Soo, Joon, Se-Jin, and Kong Hyun-Joo. The drama revolves around the top 0.1% of South Korea who live in Jeju-do while having their children attend the famous HAC International School. This school puts an emphasis on success in academics as well as sports. To top it all off, students are required to have a basic understanding of English. This is why students and/or parents who don't speak English well are looked down upon. Cho Yeo-Jeong plays the role of Son Yeol, a single mother who quit her job as a renowned lawyer and decides to move to Jeju-do in order to start a new life. Her husband passed away the year before, and to this day, many people believe Yeol was the murderer. Now, Yeol lives with her son, Han-chan. Ji Soo plays the role of Nam Ji-sun, the daughter of Daesung Group, a renowned conglomerate corporation. Her husband is also a well-known businessman. His name is Lee Jun-woo. The two have two children, Lee Jun-hee and Lee Jun-mo. Ha-jun plays the role of Danny Ho, a man who used to be a promising ice hockey player and who makes his return as an instructor at HAC. Park Se-jin's character is Hwan Na-yoon. She is the only friend that Yeol seemed to have on the island, and she is also a single mother as far as we know. Her daughter is called Hwan Jae-in. Finally, Kong Hyun-Joo plays the role of Cha Do-young, a former pop top actress who semi-retired after getting married and having a child. She is now trying to get back into the spotlight by any means necessary. Do-yeon's husband is Kwak Sung-gun, a famous game developer. Together they have a son, Kwak Shiu. The premise of the drama is that Son Yeol moves to Jeju-do so that her son Han-chan can start a new life. There they meet various people while new and old secrets are unleashed. Many of the other characters hold secrets of their own. High Class was written by Hyun-jung and directed by Hashburn. There will be 16 episodes in total. Even before watching the first 2 episodes, I got Sky Castle and the Penthouse vibes. And after watching these episodes, I definitely got some deja vu moments, but I also thought of the K-drama Mine. So today, I'm going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes from the K-drama High Class while also sharing some of my own theories. The first episode began on a boat where Han Ji-yeon professed his love to Song Yeol. In the next few instances, we saw Ji-young falling into the water. If everything went as we saw, with just Ji-young and Yeol, there's no way that this is a murder scene. Well, that is unless Yeol had a reason to kill her husband. I think Ji-young had a reason to die, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's faking his death. Maybe he's hiding for someone or trying to solve something. There's also the fact that his death can be insurance money for his family, since Ji-yeon had apparently scammed various people. Another reason why I think Ji-yeon had calculated his death is because he already had admissions prepped at HAC for Ichan in a house for the latter and Yeol. Maybe Ji-young jumped into while Yeol was sleeping and he had ended up swimming to another locations. I don't know if you guys watched the K-drama Yongpal, but there's a scene where Yongpal injects a serum before jumping in the water so that he won't have a heart attack. Maybe Ji-young injected something similar in order to survive underwater. The fact that the body still hasn't been uncovered makes me doubt that Ji-yeon actually died. The title of this episode is Welcome to Paradise. I find it ironic because the island is the total opposite of paradise, and it's all because of the people who live there. At the interview, Yeol meets Nam Ji-sun and Cha Do-young. It's interesting how Jisung's corporation is called Daesung Group because this reflects the prestige that Jisung is surrounded by. Something that's Daesung is usually known to be grand. Cha Do-young, on the other hand, is still trying to chase clout while dressing extravagantly and doing anything she can to be noticed. She's one of Ji Sung's groupies, and she worships the ground the latter walks on. Every time I say Cha Do-young, I think of Cha Do-yeon and Eun-yona from Kill Me Heal Me. That's besides the point though. Do-young seems to frame her identity based on several things. Her past accomplishments as an actress, the fact that she married a popular game developer, the fact that she has a son who attends an elite school. Do-yeon also places great emphasis on her surroundings, which is why she is attached to the song by the hip. I don't think Ji-sun and Do-yeon are going to be the main villains in the drama. Sure, they might do things to get ahead, but I think that in the end, they might end up befriending Yeol. The ladies are wealthy and usually surround themselves with people who are on their same level. Well, as they say. In general, people tend to hang around people who have similar interests as them and who share similar lifestyles. Even though as far as evidence goes, Yeol is innocent, many people still believe that she has murdered her husband. This rumor is believed so much so that parents have spread the word to their children, who in turn bring these discussions to school. Hee-chun was bullied at school. I think the teacher was being incompetent by not doing her job to start the argument between the kids. She also seems to cater more towards the wealthy mother. I love how Yeol always believes in her son. She knows that she taught him correctly. When Yeol met with a school advisor, there was a reference to the K-drama Sky Castle, and I found this to be hilarious because High Class and Sky Castle fall into similar genres. There was a lady, by the way, who came to meet another advisor while Yeol was there. I just thought that I would comment on that. I don't know if the lady is relevant to the story or not, but yeah. Yeol tried to inquire about who sent her the invitation to attend the school, but she got no intel from the directors. Also, Nam Ji-sun and Yeol told Yeol that she looked familiar. I wonder if Yeol has a twin or a doppelganger somewhere, and her husband may have been involved with that doppelganger. The workers at the condo seemed surprised that Yeol had never been there. I think this is another hint to the possible doppelganger. The cleaning lady went as far as stopping in her tracks when she saw Yeol. I think she has a secret and that she has a lot of valuable intel that will be relevant later on in the story. I love seeing the scenes where Yeol and Hee-chun did the activities on their bucket list. I love the mother-son relationship that they have, and I hope that it's going to continue to grow from here on. Hee-chun seems to cherish promises between him and his mom. I think that there will be a time in the future where Yeol will not keep her promise on something. This will cause Ye-chun to distance himself from her. The other members at the villa treat Yeol and Hee-chun as outcasts. They make sure not to include them in activities so that the two will know that they are not wanted. There was a welcome party for the students and the parents at HAC International School, and everyone ostracized Yeol. The situation got worse when the mother of the child that had bullied Yu-chun at his old school appeared. She threatened to reveal that Yeol was a murderer. And even after being threatened, the mother didn't back away. It's very interesting how she's Nam Ji-sun's sister, but I feel like Nam Ji-sun won't be like her at all. I feel like Ji-sun will be more likable as the drama progresses, unlike her sister. While playing hide and seek, Hee-chun caught Cha Do-yeon making out with someone in the bathroom. This surprised Hee-chun and caused Do-yeon to scream. In an attempt to hide from Do-yeon, Hee-chun hides in one of the lockers when he is locked in by someone with white fingernail polish. After a very desperate search, Yeol finds Hee-chun, and there in red, she sees "Welcome" written on the window. This was a statement from whoever did this. It reminds me of the title of the episode that said "Welcome to Paradise." I think the red symbolizes hate, anger, as well as a declaration of war. It's important to note, by the way, that before finding Hee-chun, Yeol ran into Do-yeon in the bathroom, and there she saw the latter putting on red lipstick. Fast forward to episode 2, a lady helps Yeol and Hee-chun while they were outside in the rain. Right away, I noticed how the lady was wearing the exact same dress as Yeol, and that she also had white nail polish. This mysterious lady was later introduced as Hwon Na-yoon, and her daughter Hwon Jae-in is Hee-chun's buddy at school. This means that Jae-in and her mother are supposed to help Hee-chun and Yeol settle into their new life. Although it has not been explicitly stated, I think that Na-yoon is a single mother. The fact that her daughter uses her last name tells a lot as well. We come to see Naeun as a savior and an overly sweet person who helps Yeol out in desperate situations. I think Naeun knew Jiyeon in the past, and maybe Jae-in is his daughter as well. I think Jiyeon might have had been living a double life, one at Jeju with Naeun, or maybe the double ganger, and another in Gangnam with Yeol. Naeun was in fact the person who locked Hee-chan in the lockers because she is the only person who was wearing white nail polish. There was a scene where Yeol found Do-yeon's hairpin on the floor near the scene of the crime, and I think that pin was placed there by Naeun. In the teaser, we saw Yeol confronting Do-yeon about the hairpin, and the latter replies that she didn't lose her hairpin. She's either lying because she doesn't want her secret affair to be revealed, or she's telling the truth. If she's telling the truth, then Naeun is the only one who could have purposely placed the hairpin at the scene, since she's the one who also locked Hee-chan in the lockers. Another reason why I think the hairpin was purposely placed is because Naeun seems to calculate everything before she acts. She also made sure to gain Yeol's trust by buddying up with her. By the way, Yeol met chairwoman Do Jin-seol while checking the security cameras at the school. Jin-seol told Yeol that Jiyeon used to make very, very, very big donations at the school's foundation. His donations were more than enough to ensure that his son got a direct admission to the school. I'm suspicious of the chairwoman, and I think that she's up to something. If Jiyeon really died, maybe it has something to do with her. Guys, remember how the director Han Gun-young had said that the locker was located in a blind site? I think Naeun knew this, which is why she wasn't scared of getting caught while locking Hee-chan in the lockers. In order for Naeun to know this though, I think she would have needed to have connections within the school. Maybe her connection in the school is the chairman or the director. I know Naeun is going to do many bad things in the future while taking advantage of Yeol's vulnerability and trust, but I think that the real villain is someone else. I don't know if you guys watch Mine, but at first we thought that the villain was the new tutor, when the villain was in fact the father. I think the real villain will either be Ji-young, someone connected to him, or the chairwoman. Yeol met Danny Ho on numerous occasions in this episode, and I don't know how I feel about this. Sure, these could simply be coincidences, but the plot does state that Danny has a secret. I wonder what it is. Maybe Danny and Ji-young go way back, and the reason that Danny stopped playing hockey is related to Ji-young. I wonder if Danny will be a love interest for one of the women. Also, you guys may have noticed how we never get to see the face of the man that Do-young is making out with. This is to make us question whether the man is Danny. Although the man has a similar haircut to Danny, I think Do-young is hooking up with the chef that she mentioned to her friends. The chef's name seems to be Jeon Min-do, that is according to Vicky. I think Yeol is going to find out about the affair and she will use it to blackmail Do-young. We also know Do-young is all about image gang, so she's gonna make sure to keep her secret under wraps, even if it means becoming an ally with Yeol. I wasn't gonna mention this, but I find Do-young's mindset to be very childish. I'm referring to her mentioning why she dislikes Yeol. She dislikes her for not being on her level. Like, girl, what? I think Do-young will have great character development, at least I hope so, and that she'll become great friends with Yeol. I think Sung-gun is cheating on Do-young while overseas. There's also the possibility that he's broke due to gambling and spends his time in local hotels instead of going home. Nan Ji-sun seems to be having marital problems with her husband as well because she threw away the food that Lee Jong-woo brought to her. I think Ji-sun is a parent who is willing to do just about anything so that her children can receive high marks in school. Ji-sun might be paying for his son's grades, by the way, because he made a remark that hinted to this. Ji-sun is also hiding the fact that one of the teachers at the school is tutoring Junhee. I think she's hiding this because she doesn't want to be confronted by the other moms. This is random and I have no proof whatsoever, but I feel like there might be something going on between her husband Jonu and the tutor. The way he looked at her made me question his intentions. Towards the end of the episode, the chairwoman mentioned how a new teacher would be starting to work at the school and that they also needed to keep watch on a specific student. The student is most likely Chan due to his connections to Ji-Young, but maybe it's Jae-in instead because of her mom, Hwan Na-yoon. The chairwoman may be keeping an eye on Na-yoon because she is unsure what the latter will do in the future. Danny is the new teacher that will start working at the school. He's going to be teaching hockey to the students. Also, Yoru received a creepy text after receiving flowers with a card that said, "You are not alone, I'm watching you." The text is definitely from the same person because it said, "Welcome home, murderer." I think Na-yoon believes that Yoru murdered Ji-young, and this is why she's trying to make her life miserable. It's sad because Yoru places a great amount of trust on Na-yoon. And this was obvious from the title of this episode, which said, "An unfamiliar place, a friend." Although Na-yoon's intentions are nowhere near innocent at the moment, maybe she will become true friends with Yorul when she learns that the latter did nothing wrong. Before we end, I want to mention two key things. First, Yorul received a call from the manager at her previous law firm, and he was telling her that there was an overseas client who only wanted to work with her. I wonder if that client is Na-yoon, since she was overseas in Hong Kong. Or maybe it's Ji-young. Either way, I think this mysterious overseas person might be important later on. Second, the cleaning lady, Shime-sun, is also very, very sus to me, especially because she mentioned how someone who's here isn't supposed to be here. I'm curious as to what that means. Anyways, that was it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Episode 3 and 4 will be out in a few days on iQIYI, but you could find them on other sites as well, such as Drama Cool. My review for those episodes will be out shortly. If you like this video and want to see more from me, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Take care, may God bless y'all, and until next time, bye!